Goo Daddy's Big Adventure. Hey, it's up.
Does it show things correctly?
Still crap looking.
It
Yeah,
should
stream
be.
will be starting soon.
Yeah. Okay.
What is the
And it's
video?
got like
How do I
the cool
change
gooey
the
art.
stupid video?
What's that?
How do I change the video so it doesn't look like a pink screen?
Click on it.
Well, I know I get that, but
Click harder.
there we go. Look at the goo.
Yep. There's the goo.
Love it.
All right.
It's so child looking. It's fantastic. I love it.
I just don't understand how to get um the text to not be pixelated like that.
This is stream 1. Like, actually, let me rephrase this. This is like stream 0.
Yeah.
We're just
It's
gonna
gotta be.
bust
It's
out
gotta
some
be a
stuff, have
resolution
little
of.
fun sheet, and we're gonna move on from there. So
Yeah, because I really don't know how to exactly change all this stuff. It's weird, but
well,
It's gotta
hopefully
just be
we
the
have,
size of the image.
like I said, hopefully we have enough gooey people that are going to check this out, like the small story that we're going to present tonight, and we'll go, hey, we can help. And I'm like, yes, please.
right.
And like I said, I can put in like $40 if we need it
All
immediately.
right. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Or, yeah.
Alrighty.
Hang on, Nvidia didn't say it. She's not ready.
There we go. She's
I'm
ready.
never ready.
All right. Well,
Let's
we will
go.
go ahead and roll this intro real quick.
Awesome.
I'm over here watching the stream too.
Go click the button. There we go.
Can they hear us during this?
Yes.
So we're talking? Oh, wonderful.
I love that ship.
Oh no, the artwork is fantastic.
Mandy
Yeah,
does
and
such
it's
a great
lagging like
job.
20 seconds on. I don't know
Alright.
how we can fix that.
Now we're here.
We are. Oh boy. So
Hello,
this is
Internet
our-
Land. I'm going to turn my camera off because I look like weird. I don't like being the only one.
I really hope that it doesn't mess things up. It roughly did, yes.
Did it mess everything up?
I can fix it. It'll just take a second.
I can turn it off if it messed everything up.
Nope, we're just gonna keep rolling with it.
I'm the DM now.
What we're gonna do is we're just going to move
New
people
player.
around to fix this.
Here comes a shuffle.
Yep, here comes the shuffle.
Okay, now everybody turn your cameras off.
Oh boy.
Oh god, yeah, the delay is horrific.
I'll fix myself later.
That's in case somebody says it's where we can cut the stream.
Now this, I'm gonna have to just reset and recrop it. Yep, we're working on things.
Sorry, I didn't mean to break everything.
Oh no, you're good, man.
Yeah, you did.
Man, my agent's going to have to get in touch with you guys because James has 2 cameras and I only have 1.
He's a producer director though. Double
That's true.
credits.
All right, things should be fixed roughly. So,
Yeah, that looks great.
what I can do just a little bit more is crop this just a wee bit and then make you a little bigger.
There is a Bible verse on the wall behind me, which might be a little divisive in the future, but it won't be there next time.
That's okay. Bonnie's hat's back up there.
All right, that's about as good as we're gonna get for right now.
You know, it's
This will work.
our session 0, as we call it. So let's begin. Our story
Do it.
is starting just outside of Nevermore, a small town southeast of the capital city of Darkenhaven. You've been riding on the road of King's Road for about a day or so with your troop. Young Vezi, once a part of the Blue Veiled troop, had decided to join you all as your newest
Oh
seer.
no. What
As
happened?
you all place yourselves within her carriage, she starts to speak, and as she does, her eyes go white. You stare into the crystal ball that sits on the ground on the floor within the carriage. You each gaze into it slowly, letting it sink into your mind. And once, twice, on the third blink, your vision goes dim and dark. The next time you rise, you're staring at not a carriage, but rather outside an inn, very strange and somewhat warped in. As you look on, the Mangy Hound Inn itself is a somewhat dilapidated 4-story wooden plaster building. It stands on the northern side of the King's Highway in a clearing with more than a few gnarled leafless oaks spaced about it. The building is tall and has a steeply pitched roof that sports gables on the side facing you. Each gable has a small, dark window in its face. Also protruding from the building is a circular tower that rises up above the roof line. Near the front of the roof is a weathered vane in the shape of a hound on the run. The entrance to the Mangy Hound faces the road. Affixed to the front of the building is a rather large, partially covered porch, which is reached by a stair. Sitting on the porch are 2 rocking chairs. A stout wood door is set in the wall at the back of the porch. It looks as if it leads into a common room. There are windows on either side of the front door, which have open wooden shutters that are fixed to the wall. Light from the common room shines out into the dimness of the evening. The floor above has a number of windows that are likewise flanked by open shutters. Dim light escapes from some of them, and you can barely discern a few dark-tied lanterns burning about the place. A stable can be seen behind the building. As you stare and you wait, you watch the door open, welcoming weary travelers and guests inside for a most exciting evening of delightful food and good company. 2 towns guard face out toward the road, comparing oncomers' invitations to a long written list of anticipated guests. One of the guards glances down towards you and asks, "Name, please. Invitation, please. What do you do?"
Uh, we
Uh,
we have no idea where we are, right? We've never been here before.
When you woke out of your trance, you are now staring at this inn. This inn is nothing that you've ever seen before, and none of your troop members are near you other than the 4 of you.
I'll check my pockets, see if I got an invitation.
That's a really good idea. I'll do the same when I see him start checking his pockets.
You find an invitation from some man named Sundama. It states that there is a reception going on within the inn. Each of you has one in your pocket.
Do we have
Uh,
any idea who Sundama is?
You've heard the name on while you've been traveling with the new troop, but the records specifically are kept somewhat hidden as you guys speak.
Well, I am not waiting out here. I'll hand the invitation and I will walk in.
You hand them the invitation and they step forward and block your spot heading into the doorway. The kind aren't welcome here.
Who isn't welcome here?
You
said our kind?
Yeah, your kind. Carnival folk. You're not welcome here.
I think you misunderstand our purpose for being here. We're actually the entertainment for tonight. You see, they decided they wanted some of our kind's entertainment. Carnivaliers. I play the violin, and my friend here, Essie, she dances. And these other two, they carry our bags.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Does a 24 do it?
He looks at you and kind of sneers with these beady eyes, but underneath the helmet, he takes a deep breath in, sighs, and says, "All right, sure, your kind will give a good presentation." And he opens the door.
Thank you. I appreciate it, my good man, and I'll pull my violin case off of my back and head into the inn.
Zephyr offers a bow as she goes by, just a short one.
The spacious common room of the Mangy Hound is now well lit by a large cooking fire in the hearth. At the back of the room, beyond, you can see a bar. Half-melted candles burn on holders atop each table, which are surrounded by a rough collection of various chairs and stools. It is a not cozy decor that you consider much, but inside the common room is an expression of comfortability and elegance. The area has no bard at the moment, so as you start to pull out your instruments, some of the commoners and folk that are sitting around look over.
I will kind of whisper to Zephyr, and I'll say, Zephyr, can we maybe give them a small sample of what we do? And then I'll look over to the other two. You two find out what you can. We'll keep them distracted.
Agreed.
Yep.
You start to present your playing style. Some faces that you've not seen in years, some of you. Others have never met, but have heard stories and rumors of. A strong man, green skin, slight smile on his face. Another much smaller man, a bluish gray skin and beady red eyes, and a beautiful laugh with red hair. There's something about them that seems familiar. You can't put your finger to it exactly. Did you see that, Parker? Sorry, I don't want to cut off, but at the same time, I want to make sure our stuff's getting fixed.
Discord is super quiet, or the stream is super quiet, apparently.
Yeah, stream is super quiet compared to Discord. You can crank up the stream on your end a little bit. Apparently, it's super quiet right now, so. So, you start to pull out your instruments, present your dance. Um, the large man, green skin, walks over and he says, "You all have done a wonderful job rescuing one of their own, even after all of the persecution that we've received." As he says that, the man stands up, kind of darkened skin, somewhat of a estranged face. He presents that to us. So we can have some imagery. So this is something I'm going to try to make work best, but for some reason, these things don't always work. That'll pop up on the Twitch screen. Everybody see the image of Sundama?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll have to work on that part. So as it's presented, this man stands up, he raises a glass, he thanks each of you, though somewhat puzzled of what you've done, for rescuing him the night before.
Am I still in the midst of performance, or did he stop me to talk to me about this?
As you had started to strike your first chord, he had stopped and raised a glass to you all.
I'm going to
As I
wait
let
and
you
see if
all,
my companion.
he states, as I let you all begin your wonderful performance, I just must say greetings to everyone. Thank you all for coming to this well-deserved party this evening. I would like to thank the constable for all the efforts he's organized in the rescue of finding me yesterday. My life was in peril, dark, twisted, beings in the deep. As I was about to give up, I saw the light flash in my eyes. These wonderful individuals came to my rescue. This is a party for them and my safe return. And to give them a just reward for what they've done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll kind of fade into the background and kind of get behind Escaffer and let her do some of the talking here. And I'm going to contemplate some more and kind of look at these faces again and see if I can place them more accurately.
Give me a history check.
I don't even recognize Exefer at this point.
People that you had been traveling with for the last few days and now seeing on the road with you in this strange area you've never been to before. You do not recognize any other faces.
Yeah, and that disquiets me. So I'm even pulling even deeper into my cloak and just tuning my violin.
I'm attempting to figure out where we are and what's happened in the last whenever it was when we, I guess, fell asleep, while also talking to this guy kind of in the back of my mind.
Last thing you remember, each of you remember, is sitting within a small carriage. Young Vezi, a now Cirrus of your troop, taken on with other young Hanataz members after your disbanding from the Blue Veil due to the massive amount of increase of blood touch that you've taken on. You had only done a few shows since then. And due to that, some of you have just arrived. Others have been around for a short period of time. But most of the original members have either left with you or left on their own far before the time you arrived. Young Vezi, now only about 7 years old, is your only Cirrus. And she's slowly learning, but at times she has strange visions and nightmares. And that is what you remember before you woke up here.
Do we see our young friend anywhere around with us?
She is nowhere to be seen. The only four that you can remember are the four that you came with. As well, Sodoma stands up once more, claps his hands, and he says, "May the festivities begin. You are welcome to start performing."
Thank you. Dell, can you start playing, please?
When in Rome, and I will pull out my violin and I'll try to embody the spirit of a night that's not dark tide, maybe a harvest festival, or think back to my youth when I remember happier times of when the world wasn't falling apart, and I'll try to play that and give everyone here a relief from the pressure and the stress of dark tide.
Start playing in more. Give me a performance check, please.
My skills are very weighted, apparently. My rolls, especially tonight. 24, 3, and 20.
So as expected, your quality of performance is above normal, but at this point, you feel some sort of a rejuvenation. Maybe an inspirational tune connects to your ear. And as it does, you can watch as Dell starts to weave the notes, and in tune, Ezephyr decides to pick up immediately upon the change in her dance.
Yes.
You all get about 10 to 15 minutes in when suddenly the lights go out and shutters of the windows close and open. A scream pierces the air. The shattering of broken glass echoes in the room. And then silence once more. You're all left in darkness. What do you do?
Oof.
Yeah, the music stopped because I immediately put my violin away and grabbed short swords.
Oh no.
I will kind of rummage around in my pack. I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with where I keep things, and I'll try to grab a torch and maybe a flint and steel, or if I have a small lantern, and try to get some light on the situation.
You're starting to start shuffling through your bag. The lights start to slowly dim back to their normal and light up until the whole room is lit again.
Looking around to see if there's any broken glass or signs of disturbance in the room we're in.
Give me a perception check, please.
Nope, don't see a thing.
You don't see anything, but you do hear the constable, the one who was pointed out during the toast with Sundama, looking around
Oh
for
gosh.
somebody.
Decimus,
And you hear
Karis,
his
did you see
name
anything?
as he's screaming, and he goes, "Jonas! Jonas!"
I didn't get a second to catch anything. No.
How about you?
I didn't see. I think I'll go ahead and approach him. What's the problem?
My nephew. He was here just moments ago. And yet, the lights went out. He's no longer here. I yelled for him, but I haven't heard from him.
Was he the one who screamed?
I'm not sure. The scream didn't sound like him. He's kind of a proud man. He wouldn't have screamed.
Okay. I want to investigate, I guess, where he was sitting or standing, this Jonas character, see if I can pick up anything.
Okay. Roll me an investigation, please. All right.
That is a 16.
So you start to investigate. You look around the exterior of the inn, like where the bar is, and you can see where the window was smashed right next to the bar. A broken glass shattered on the ground near where he had been sitting. As you're kind of looking around there and seeing what's happened, he raises his hand, and as he does, the guards start to move over there.
I'll call my friends over too. Does it look like he might have gotten pulled out the window, or just like something broke in?
From what you can tell, it looks like the glass with the 16, it looks like the glass had went inward.
Okay.
When it was
So
broken
something broke in.
Is there any torn cloth or blood, any of that kind of thing around the broken window?
Give me an investigation check, please. So you see multiple things. You see small amounts of blood that seem to be caught within the shards of glass. You see what looks like a tear in some cloth that was worn on the other side of the window, laying on the ground outside.
Decimus, what's your read on this?
It's kind of hard to tell. Looks like someone may have broken in, unless someone was trying to escape.
The question is do we get involved?
I think we're already involved.
Obviously we are. If we've been invited here and everything's happening, it seems like this has been planned.
I agree.
And, it happened just as we got here, so that they're going to think we had something to do with it.
It's possible. We are Hanatas.
I mean, you saw how they interacted with us when we tried to come into our the party invited, so.
Raise your mic.
And seemingly the guest of honor, even.
You're right.
Decimus, raise your mic a little bit. Okay.
I agree. I think it would be best for the troop if we investigated this. At the very least, we garner some good favor, and maybe this will lead to some clues about how we ended up here.
And why.
Oh, I guess we're all settled then.
Okay, well, you guys are better trackers than me, so lead the way.
As you say that, the four of you start to gather your stuff and prepare to leave. Ezephyr, staring out the window still, you see this image.
Let's see how.
Does anybody else see that?
See what?
There's a woman out there. Do you see her?
Looking, do we see anything?
None of you see it. Only she sees it. You all feel
pitch black out
cold
there.
chill. You all feel a cold chill shiver up your bones. Something
I
is
think we should
disturbing.
close the window.
It has to be boarded up. It's broken.
Yeah, that works. It's getting cold though.
Doesn't feel too bad to me. It's
Ah.
it's obviously a different temperature than it was a moment ago, but
You sure you saw somebody out there?
I'm positive there was a woman's shape out there, and she had red eyes.
If Essifer said she saw it, she saw it. Maybe she's just seeing more than we do, but it's definitely worth investigating.
Down that pathway between those bare trees, standing like guardians.
Oh, I guess that's our cue to go check it out.
I believe so.
Yeah. I don't see a choice that we have. Maybe we can. I'll holler back at the constable and say, Rolf, you and your men should probably board up this window in case something else happens.
He looks at you and he says, I'll get my men on it.
And
In the
and
meantime,
maybe
I hate
stay
to
in the
ask the
center of the
question.
room.
Stay away from the
Well,
windows.
Yeah.
We'll
It's a
see
good
what we
idea.
can find out.
In the meantime, while I take care of the boarding up, please, I know this is a horrible thing to ask of all of you, but you've already shown courage, and I know this is horrible. I know you've been treated very wrongly, but if I can just ask for one more favor, and you looking for my nephew.
Absolutely, Constable. Don't worry. We'll find him one way or the other. The only thing that I ask is if you or your men have any provisions that could help us, or maybe any more information that you would lend it to us, so that we can return safely, so that I can keep my family safe.
And can you describe your nephew to us so we know what he looks like?
That's a good plan.
My nephew Jonas is a young man. He looks similar to myself, almost as if it would be before I took over all of these horrific duties of being constable. Someone with no worry in the world. He wears a purple cloak with a blue symbol and a black cat that sits within it. He has brown eyes and a beard much like mine. Shouldn't be too hard to notice the difference, but at the same time, it shouldn't be too hard to spot.
How tall is he?
5'8" or 5'9", around that area.
So average height.
That frame, yeah.
All right. Well, are you guys ready?
As ready
As
as
I'll
I'll
ever be.
Jinx. Sorry, I was just saying a little prayer before we left.
Anything else you guys need to do before you head out? Or anything you would want to do?
I'm assuming we all have our packs and our weapons with us.
Yes.
I'm going to go over to one of the other faces that looked familiar, that I saw in the crowd, and shake hands with them and say, I'm so sorry. I got so caught up in the music, and I think when the lights went out, I may have bumped my head. What is your name again?
You speak to the man or the female, or the lady, rather?
I'm going to start with the lady.
Okay. My name is Vestia. But you should know this.
You know me, Vestia. If I didn't have my head wasn't screwed on, I'd lose it.
Of course.
But
She pats you on the shoulder. Just
and the whole time she's patting my shoulder, I'm running the databanks trying to place anything with that name.
as you do that, she very kindly pulls out a small vial, and she says, "I overheard what the constable said, but I always ask that you be safe." And she hands you a healing potion, or a potion of healing.
I thank her. Thank you, Vestia. Um, we Hanatas have to look after each other.
Of course.
What?
Of course.
Oh, okay, good. And I make a mental note, Hanatas in my head. Like, okay, cool. All right, we know something about her. And then I'll turn to and go back to the group and hand the healing potion to Esifer.
Okay, so make a note that this healing potion is a 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. I've got it.
All right. Fantastic. So as you step off into the woods, following what feels like a bit of a strange navigator, as it would, you find yourselves deep within the forest, bringing you to your map. Rest in the forest. It's the main reason I don't like maps.
Which side are we coming in on? That way I can put it in the right spot.
Oh, goodness, that's ridiculous.
Those are some large
Let's get you
tokens
guys
right
to
there.
sides.
Some
Those are some
thick
large
tokens.
people. I don't even know why they came in that big. That's dumb. Anyway, let's fix that. Yep. You have control.
What was the name? Zephyr?
Esifer.
Esifer. Esifer, where did you say you saw this lady?
Down there between the two bare trees that are standing like guardians on either side of the path. She was wearing dark clothing and nearly blended in, but her eyes were bright red, like embers.
Okay. I want to go ahead and cast Detect Magic and just see if I can see anything in that general vicinity.
So as you cast your Detect Magic in that area, you see nothing. Nothing blips, nothing bleeps. You feel no sense of the arcane, other than a very strange looming arcane all around. But it is Dark Tide's night. That is normal.
James, I would like to break off from the group and kind of
Okay.
slip into the edge of the woods there. Just kind of keeping an eye on everything, staying out of sight, and making sure that any danger that approaches.
You can move your character. You can actually move your characters.
I don't see my character. Oh, there they are.
Yep, at the bottom. Yep. There we go. All right.
Maybe even further, like under the shade of this tree, trying to get something that's actually cover.
Then how we're going to start marching through the tree order. I'm guessing Essifer is staying in front, trying to find this this navigator or guide, and you can see as for you that she is still there, though she sits as you move. She seems to always be at a distance.
Which way is she going?
North.
So I'm going to start moving north and say, Dell, don't stay up, stay within earshot. Please.
Absolutely.
Follow suit.
So as you slowly start to weave your way through the darkened woods, just the light of your candles or your torches to give you some sort of, and of course, the illuming moons above. Lunos, the main moon and little bright light. Vixen, a more bluish tint given off. And of course, tonight, the lingering red moon lies in dormant distance, but gives this strange illumination off on the night below. Slowly,
as we walk
through, the track before you seems like little more than an overgrown game trail, but your feet seem to follow its course instinctively. The way is dark, and even the crimson glow of the red star is somewhat muted between the trees. The bare branches and briars claw and scratch at you as you push through the dense undergrowth. It is difficult to see more than a few feet in any direction.
As I'm walking through the woods, my hand is going to reach towards my neck, and as I've done countless times before, find the emblem of Jinx that I wear, and I'm going to be saying a silent prayer to muffle our footsteps and give my family the element of surprise over whatever danger awaits us.
Okay. So as you start to weave your way through the northern parts of these trees, strange rumbling sound is carried to you upon with the wind. It is impossible to discern what direction it's coming from, but the odd sound slowly gets closer. After a few
What
moments,
kind of
the
rumbling?
Yes, shuffling of the leaves or trees.
Not impact tremors.
No, not impact tremors.
Okay.
But as you continue to listen, you start to hear a slight wail. It isn't long before twisted shapes start to emerge between the trees, shambling towards you. Many are little more than skeletons, though a few have some scraps of flesh still dangling from their rotting bones. A green, pale light burns within empty eye sockets. As you look around, you see they're slowly closing in from all sides. Please,
from every direction.
I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Hey, let's roll some initiative. Let's move your characters up to around the area you guys would be presented at. And let's have some fun.
Yeah.
What's the fun way of rolling initiative again?
Clicking on your token first, and then clicking initiative, so it creates my order.
Thank you.
That is the fun way of rolling initiative.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Let me get this out of the way.
Some of these fun creatures tonight.
Lady Kismia favors us tonight.
Thank you, Dale.
I don't serve Kismia. My god's just real cool with her.
But slowly you start to see these strange creatures warped and twisted within the dark night. Some you can tell are skeletal, some a little more, or a little, let's say a little less skeletal, a little more grotesque.
Okay.
Back to back, gentlemen.
Looks like we might.
Yeah,
need
Dale
to.
comes.
Way ahead
Dale
of
comes sprinting out, jogging out of the wood. Like stealth didn't seem to help, guys. Sorry. But yeah, I'm sure that this is a very practiced maneuver for us. We've faced threats together before, and we kind of all assume the position back to back.
Yep.
All right. I will let you, because you've all been working together for quite a while now, that you are able to present yourself in a formation before things go off. And it seems that most of you are going to, actually, I'm going to rephrase that. It seems like all of you are going to go before.
Silly skeletons, you can't move fast.
Following formation, I'd probably be right there if we're trying to do a back-to-back deal.
So the closest one, of course, is the one shimmering out behind a tree towards Karis, your cleric. But let's see here. Dell and Decimus, you two choose. One of you can go. You either can go. One of you can go first, or you both can come up with a combination attack, as I call them, where you guys can put your wits and mind together to attack something.
You can go
So,
first.
I was going to ask if together we can sort of go high and low. I'll swing over the top and you swing below.
If we're going for the same target.
I am assuming. Wait, which one are you? I'm sorry.
I'm the one on the left.
Yeah. So
Okay, never mind.
Here, and you were here.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to step down.
Hopefully, sooner or later, we'll have very distinctive characters so that we can all know exactly who we are.
In that case, I'm going to step here so that I'm beside my buddy Karis, and I'm going to use my Agent of Jinx ability, Opportune Strike, because I have an ally within 5 feet of an enemy.
Okay.
And I'm assuming a 23 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
So, yes, with my short swords, even though I know in 5e it doesn't matter, I'm an old man. So I kind of turn my blades sideways, my short blades sideways, and kind of smack them with the hilt up to try to turn it into more of a bludgeoning damage than slashing.
I see what you did there. So as you do, you bring the blade, you spin it around your hand, holding the hilts now, and in a way to crack maybe the skull of the creature or break bones, you take the hilt and you slam it into the top of the creature's head, and as it does, you see the green pale light slowly start to dim within its eyes. And as it does, the crack slowly starts to pierce and spread, and it crumbles in its wake.
And at that point, I'll kind of turn and smile at Karis and go, 1.
Great kid, don't get cocky.
Competition, huh? All right.
Decimus, you are up.
All right. I am going to. Can I see the one over here in the trees? or is it
So,
too
yeah.
thick?
For that one, you can definitely see the trees are thick in image, but they are still
Okay.
the trunks are not super sparse, or they're super
And it's
sparse from each
winter
other. So
still. It's
yeah,
cold, so they should be bare.
yep,
Okay, cool. Just
there
making
or
sure I can
rotting.
see.
Or yep,
Then I am going to charge at this one and
okay.
smack it with my maul.
Oh,
I don't think that's gonna hit.
a 9 will not hit. As you rush through the trees, you catch your maul in a charge. You catch it off the side of a tree. You brush it, and as it does, it comes very close to its head, but misses slightly.
That's all I've got.
Paris and Esper.
Ladies first.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to change my
All right.
screen real quick.
Well, I'm gonna go after this one up above that I can see here.
Oops.
Okay.
But I'm not actually gonna move. I'm gonna I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna cast Acid Splash.
All right. You said on the left or right, or you can just click the ping and I'll know.
That one up there. That one. Up and to the right.
This one?
Not that far. The one right above me. Yeah.
Okay. I see it now. I see the ping.
I tried to ping it.
I got your back.
Left click, just all you're gonna do is left click and hold.
Which probably means on mine.
There you go.
I'm not sure I clicked that right, but
Oh, hold on. You did. I have to roll a strength save.
Is that single target or is it a cone?
Acid Splash is single target.
Okay, I was just curious.
No, you're good. They're Acid Splash is a cantrip. Those cantrips are going to be single target. 19. So definitely, you can see the acid kind of splash onto it, but the whatever is warped within this creature doesn't seem to tarnish the skeletal figure as of right.
lovely. That's not good, guys.
Okay. Harris.
Okay. I'm gonna make a ranged attack against this one with Firebolt.
Did you ever turn your broadcast off on Roll20?
Say again?
You've got a huge echo. You're the only one who has an echo.
Oh, jeez.
You might need to go into your Roll20 settings and turn off audio.
Yep.
I think I already did.
Because you're showing
Bear with
video.
us, guys in the audience. It's a test stream.
Hey, that's why we're fixing this, so we
Yes.
have it all ready to go for next week.
And we're gonna
Yeah,
try.
it says broadcast nothing and receive nothing.
The echo is gone now.
Yeah, the echo's
I don't
gone
know
now.
what happened. That was.
That's weird.
I've got no clue.
It's magic.
Hold on. Does anybody have the stream up, like in the background?
I
Mine's
do, but it's
completely
muted.
Yeah, mine's muted too. But I meant if people don't have it muted, it might catch it that way. But...
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Is it better now or?
Yeah, it's good now. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, you sound great now.
I guess you just had to call it out and it fixed it. I don't know.
Hey, whatever. Do what you do.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I can actually roll that in there.
Ooh.
Okay. It's not actually +7 though, it's +4.
21
So
still
it's
seems
still
good.
20.
Pretty high.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And roll for damage. Let me roll it.
Do
No,
the
the first one.
Yep, the one.
Ooh, in the words of Alphinius, Rutro.
Rutro indeed.
That's Scooby.
Ruh-roh, Reg.
Well, no, let me show you how it's done. I
Or Astro.
don't know, trip.
you a small spark flings off of your hand and strikes the creature, and you can see the little burn mark in the skeletal frame, and parts of the flesh that was still hanging onto this one burn away, leaving the clean skeletal frame now. But yeah.
Yeah, we're not supposed to clean them.
It was so much cooler in my head.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
You hear
So,
hear
as you
Dale
guys finish
chuckle in a slightly disquieting way.
Hey, you're not the only one.
If you guys finish your moves,
I had a swing and
your
a miss.
action, it's the woeful walker's turn. And because I love to scare the crap out of people, let's show an image
Okay, let me
presented by the wonderful Gooey.
let me go
Oh,
ahead and
no.
open this image.
You know, I've been watching The Walking Dead since the beginning, so I got nothing.
They're about to thriller us, guys.
Let me just adjust this real quick so we can show the picture.
Man, they are wonderfully horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderfully horrific.
Just let
They're
me-
going to start slowly shambling their way towards something warm, something flesh.
Ugh.
Let's see what they do. Right. So we're going to play speed. 30. Oh, that's nice. That's like 2, 4, 5.
Oh, lovely.
Rutro.
That they sense heat
And
off of
dice.
closest. So the first one we will do will be against Decimus. Let's see. 20 hit.
20 hits, yes.
All right. So you take one piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Ooh, wisdom save. I'm not good with those. Or I am. 21.
As you see these gnarled, broken off, razor sharp teeth within this woeful walker, he reaches down with his head and snaps into your arm. And as he does, you feel a strange sense of contamination, but immediately, slowly, your vision returns in an instant, and you kind of shake it off for a minute. Three going to Essifer.
Great.
3
3-1.
One.
Claire, medic.
Does a 15 hit? Does a 15 hit?
My AC's 18.
So no.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. 16. So no. That one hits. Okay. So one.
That was the cat barging in this time. So what was that?
It's going to be a 1 point of piercing damage, and I need you to roll me a wisdom save. Again, nothing. Fantastic.
Doing pretty good
So yeah,
with
you
these
took 1
saves.
point.
Ooh.
As long as you're saving from these these creatures, they seem to be not too bad.
I
But
see
I fear for the first person that doesn't save, it's gonna hurt.
that.
Yeah, but that's only 2 of the 3 so far.
3. You've taken all 3 of yours.
Okay.
Yeah, you took a 15, a 16, both of those missed, and then your 20 was that last one. I can see now why Gooey Cube makes you become epic, because they're nasty creatures.
Things hit hard.
Do not want to find out.
Well, Paris, find out if you feel it. Is a 16 hit?
It does.
Take your 1 point of damage, of piercing damage, as it bites down on your shoulder. Please roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Probably the guy with the highest wisdom, and I'll get a nat 1.
Nope. Not
Wow.
bad. Not
I'm
bad.
Beautiful.
We're going to take a second to just do this, because that was impressive that everybody rolled over a 20 on their wisdom saves
Right?
at level 1. Mind you.
Thank you, Kizma.
Exactly. Look at Kizma over there helping you all out. Decimus, you are back.
All right. Where this thing has slapped me a little bit, and
Yep.
I missed my initial attack, I would like to rage,
All right.
and I'm going to swing again with my maul, hoping to hit this time. A 21.
That will hit. Yes.
All right. Now let's see if this rolls the damage. Does that roll the damage? No, it does
It
not.
does. It did.
No, because that just rolled a d20.
Yeah, no.
I'll have to fix that on my character sheet then. Let me roll 2d6 real
Okay.
quick. So 8 plus 3, 11.
Yeah. So with that, you take the heavy rock that sits within at the end of your stick. You smash the skull, and it straight goes through the skull, through the spinal cord, and into powder as it rests there in dust.
Well done.
Good job.
Dell, you're up.
So Dell, after seeing a couple of his companions taking some hits and seeing Ezifer get surrounded, he pulls back the cowl of his hood and reveals in all of its glory the green and gray spotted jester's cap that he wears, and slides a mask over his face with a clown smile on it, and starts going and dashes forward and will attempt to make an opportune strike against the one dead ahead.
Love it.
All right.
We
We're
got
gonna
the
have to find a
Joker
way to
over
make
here.
it so that when he does, well, we're gonna have to find a way to make it so that when he does that, he can literally click a button and it'll shift his token. I know there's a way to do it. We'll have to do it. That's fantastic.
Does an 18 hit?
It does.
Only 4 damage. But as the blades smack against the side of it, you almost see a glint from underneath the mask of this like gleeful expression as the blades make contact.
Yep. As you hear that.
Glad you're on my side.
Esper kind of looks over, though not completely taken off guard because she's seen the estranged way he fights sometimes before, but always it leaves a bit of concern.
And it's
To all
not
of you.
madness.
Very well, do you?
It's genuine joy of battle and the feel of being able to bring his power to bear.
As the
Yeah,
slight laughter
she's not going to
strikes
have a problem with that.
Yeah. So as a
Especially
slight
not
crackle of laughter comes from beneath the mask, and the blade cracks against the bone. It starts to kind of shamble and limp but it's still moving, and the light of the eyes have not went out yet. Paris and Essifer, you are up.
Essifer is going to start the pirouette of Blade's spell dance.
Ooh.
Okay.
There's a reason I took those.
Viewers in our Gooey friends.
She's going
can
to
you
pull her
explain?
Tianpo, her Asian longsword, and battle the one right in front of her.
All right.
And I can't hit shit, obviously.
Happens to all of us.
Just couldn't quite shake the noise that Dale's making.
Yeah.
Off guard at first. She's got to get a second to compose herself, but
The laughter's contagious.
Paris, you're up.
All right. Well, as there's one shambling still towards me, I'll go ahead and take out my old torn tome, and I'll utter my little incantation for a word of radiance. Let's see if I can get it up there. Nope. It is a con 15 for the dude.
All right.
Or he takes a 1d6 radiant damage.
Very nice.
18.
All right. All I
As you
do
start to
then.
conjure your divine energy together, you see the eye as it strikes, the radiancy strikes the creature. The eyes burn green, but seem to not be phased at this moment.
Gooey.
Very. And yet again, it's their turn. All right. So, let's see here.
Another
We
round
will
of the
start
Goonies.
with, yep, the round of Goonies. We will start with Paris, and then one will go against Dell, and then two will finish off attacking
Finish off. Thanks.
their turns, rather. Finish their turns against Essifer and try to hit him. Try to hit him this time. Paris, you're up.
You've been talking to
See.
the other Jim.
Well, if he's the one that wrote Magdernog, then yes, I have, because that is where we are heading. All right, so 1 point of piercing damage as it bites you once again, sinking its deep teeth into you. Can you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Here we go.
And yet again, you shake off the nastiness of what happens
Very
in an
nice.
instant and just take the 1 point.
All right.
Well
All right,
done.
Dell, your turn.
To get attacked?
Yeah, two get attacked, but sadly, when it goes to reach for you, your cackling laughter brings the blade up around as it was not fully dislodged, up around the rib cage, and as it pulls back from missing, it cracks and it falls to the ground, and the head pops off.
Dell just kind of continues laughing, goes, two.
This is great.
The next two are going to continue to dig their teeth into Essifer, or at least try to.
Yeah, he's been talking to Jim.
Ooh.
So,
That was
for
not
this
good
one, you
pace.
take 2 points of piercing damage.
Was that
As
both of them or just one of them?
that was one of them. And I need you to roll me a wisdom save. Please make it.
Oh no.
Ooh, no.
Yep,
I
that
need
was
you to take an,
pathetic, all right.
so I need you to take an additional 6 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
Golly.
Are you still up?
Feel, as you feel the razor bladed teeth sink into your skin, for a moment, it's as if the connection between the Xanthus and yourself pulses. And as it does, this shiver of energy ricochets through your body in a way that kind of drops you to your knee for a second. And you can
I'm down
feel
to one.
slowly.
I'm on the ground.
Yeah, she's not feeling well.
You have your potion.
I will say though, because of some new rules that I am implementing in my games, that this is not as bad as it could have been.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Gooey Cube monsters don't play around.
so on top of it, I have a rule in my games that I'm going to slowly. I have altered slightly because of multiple times that things have happened. Um, where if it is no longer a boss or a very
Oh,
difficult
goodness.
enemy that has an entire character sheet built for it, um, it will no longer be able to deal what they call epic criticals. So my way to make players feel epic is by giving you what they call the epic critical, which means when you roll, you get max dice damage, and then you roll for additional on top of that max dice damage, which can very quickly change the way a game goes. But it's fun, and I love it. It's great to
Oh,
see
goodness.
paladins strike something with 46 points of smite damage, and it just makes you just feel a little giddy inside.
Right.
But I've realized though, with the amount of action economy, enemies have better chances of attacking with criticals, especially little tiny enemies that can do tons and tons of damage,
Mm-hmm.
like this one.
Like a bunch of
So it
chihuahuas.
doesn't get that same. It doesn't get that same feature that a boss would get of the epicness.
Right.
It's still doing a ton of damage, though. Not going to lie. But because the heat did not go out in Port Essifer, the second one is going to take light.
Oh, lovely. I've
And
They
got
the
do
one
other
hit.
more
two
life.
already attacked her.
With that on the ground, the thing dives upon her and strikes another bite.
Oh no.
And Essifer's eyes roll to the back of their head. And her breathing slowly starts to quiet. And you all feel a dense feeling of dread kind of drift through the area. Decimus,
All right. After I have smashed this creature to dust in front of me, I'll turn around to look at the remaining. See
Yep.
that Essifer has gone down, and
not only has she gone down, but a creature is literally on top of her, biting at her.
Zombie bait.
I am going to charge around behind them. Um, I should be able to get here. I believe is this one still here or is it on top of her?
That's the one on me.
That's the one on her, yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's all my movement though, so I will have to get around after that. But I am going to go for a uppercut with my maul on this one here.
All right, and you do have flanking, so enjoy that.
And I needed
That
it.
22 does hit. You really didn't need it, but yeah, 22 does hit. But a 12 hits too.
All right, I'll do my 2d6. Not great. And then that's going to be 9 total damage.
Yet again, you see as Dell's standing there, you swing up, and as you do, just crush the bone, and it kind of powders and kind of flings towards Dell. And it's definitely dead.
And then I am just going to roar at the remaining on top of her.
Legend.
I'm so glad I was unconscious for this.
You
No,
don't want bone dust sprayed all over you.
So it is actively on top of her?
It is actively.
Yes.
Yes, it is actively on top. Let me make sure I get my layers correct.
I am hoping
So
that
there's
if it still remains on its next pounce, it'll come towards me.
Yeah, I was hoping I could get flanking on it with you. That was what I was going to maneuver. But since I can't, Dell is kind of, he's doing his cackle and he goes, ah, now it's personal.
That's my sister, damn it.
Yes, that hits.
Very good, very good.
And 6 damage.
With that, you take the blade. You remove, as you pierce in, you remove parts of the spinal column that it's holding together. And if it does, you flick the spinal column and it cracks parts of the rib and it slowly starts to just crumble on top.
As it crumbles, I look at Decimus and goes, he got boned.
I'm very glad I was unconscious for this.
Very good, very good.
I'm so gonna need a bath.
All right. Harris.
Cool. Right back at it. I'm taking my tome and kind of trying to push it at the zombie's face to get it away from biting me. And again, casting my Word of Radiance. Gonna make a con save.
Eyes instantly burn green. It looks at you and just manically like sneers with these heavy, gnarled and twisted teeth. And almost like a laughter, but with as if you could laugh and a banshee scream kind of sits between the laughter. It's very eerie and frightening. All right. Well, sadly, before we continue, please roll me your first death save.
Where the hell is that on the screen?
Just roll a d20.
I'm not sure if you can just click the word death saves and it'll count it.
It's not a one. Not a one.
Ooh.
But it's pretty damn close.
Yes.
That's a
They
close
one is
call.
much more dangerous than
Yeah.
two.
Very close
So
call.
you have failed your first death save. And it is the Woolwalker's turn. But thankfully,
Everyone,
your heat
almost
has
all of them are
slowly
dead.
started to. Thankfully, your heat has slowly started to go out, and it is already thoroughly occupied with your cleric. It will.
I could have used his help over here.
And that's gonna bite. Nasty creatures. Goodness.
Oh,
And I'm rolling decent though. I'm not gonna lie. These things don't have a ton of extra to attack. They're just rolling really good. Take your 1 point of damage, Karis, and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
No whammies, no whammies.
Yeah, I've done too good though.
I've done too good.
Don't say that. Don't say
roll?
that.
No.
It did
Only
not
the
roll.
Agent of Jinx is allowed
Try
to
it
do
again.
that.
I haven't seen anything yet.
There she is.
There you go.
There it is.
That'll do it.
Just kind of
Well, at
crying
least
with my
someone's
book in
still
front of me.
You can see the anger in Karis's eyes as he's kind of pushing the book at the creature, but trying at the same time stay away from it.
This is what I'm picturing.
Yep.
Estimate, you are up. You and Dell.
All right. Picking up the subtle words that Dell has been saying, I am going to just scream 3 at the top of my lungs as I charge towards this last one down here and go for another hit with my maul straight to its gut. Just using it like a battering ram.
Ooh.
That will hit.
17.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get no whammies. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no.
That's still a 7 though.
Ooh.
Nice.
As you run, you can see Karis catches it out of the corner of your eye, and that swing just crush the entire rib cage and all.
I'm just gonna
and
run
just
straight
sprinkle
through it.
across the ground.
Just,
And just continues to just run through as the powder just kind of sprinkles across his
I've got
face.
an extra
And
10
very
feet of
glistening.
movement speed. I'm going through it.
He's swinging for
Choo-choo.
fences.
And as he makes his way to the other side, Karis hiding behind his tome kind of looks out. And it's like,
oh, thank you so much.
So as soon as Dell sees the last one go down, the mask comes off, the hood goes back up, and the laughter kind of just kind of leaves his throat. And it's almost like he has to collect himself for a moment. And then he sees Ezifer almost as if he hasn't noticed and drops to the ground and begins trying to tend to her wounds.
I'm gonna hold my maul in two with both of my arms and just raise it above my head and roar.
Not that sand people thing.
Almost like that.
Make
but,
the noise!
But I'm
Make
not
the noise!
pumping my arms up. I'm just gonna. And then I'm gonna bring my maul down to my side and just beat on my chest a couple of times.
I'm dying here, folks.
Yeah.
I'm trying!
So now that everything's done, I'll go walk over and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Wow.
Oh, good. All the way
Very
back.
Nice.
Yep, and that's all I can do for the night, guys. Don't die again.
No, you have extra gooey spell slots, remember?
you weren't here the last couple times. So one of the wonderful things that Gooey makes you feel is a little more powerful at level 1. So you get an additional 3 first level slots that you can
You are
cast
a
with.
healing vending machine, baby.
Oh, you don't
Yes,
know
plus
how
there's
great
also
that
the
feels
healing
to know
grace.
that, because I didn't realize Detect Magic was a first level spell, and I was like, oh, I only had 2 of those. That's great.
Well, yeah, but don't clerics also have healing grace?
They do have healing grace, if James is playing with that rule.
That one I wasn't sure exactly how that works yet through it, so I haven't implemented that one, but I don't mind the 3 level 1 spells.
At
Healing grace I'll have to
20.
kind of think about. That
Hey,
makes your
that's how we
cleric
got a cleric in the
extremely
party
easy.
I'm running.
Clerics are the best. Dell just goes over and gives him a hug. Thank you.
This is from the bottom of my heart because we've never played with most of you together. I'm having such a wonderful time. I can't
I
wait
love
for
this
the
group.
stream to
You guys are
come.
amazing.
So
Definitely good.
the fact that there's
So,
laughter and role play. It makes my heart sing.
That's what makes it fun.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So,
What
that
were
is-
those things?
I think the colloquial term is skeletons.
The undead.
I'll get a good look in their eyes. It was like really green. Just me.
I wasn't paying much attention to their eyes.
Huh. Yeah. Must have just been me.
I can back you up. There was definitely some amount of green. I would say an abnormal amount of green.
A gooey green.
Is that something not normal to these creatures?
I don't know. I've never met any before.
Can't say I'm too
I have
haven't-
very little training with this kind of thing. Does anyone here have any special skill in examining these sort of things?
I definitely don't. I'm
Uh,
just
Don't have any
can I-
special skill, but it.
Can I open my book and see if I find some sort of arcane information about it?
yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
Oof.
Okay. So,
not terrible.
is this, before I go any farther, do you want me to describe how you see it, or do you want me to describe how you're going to present it?
Just how I'm gonna present it.
Okay. Um, so as you look in your book, you find, as you flip through the pages, you notice a couple things. One is what they call Dark Tide's Night, which you would know is one of the few nights that are represented by the Woe of Ruin and the Dark Lords of Corruption. And these are nights of peril, of ill omen, and for some reason, strange corrupted things go bump in the night.
Fair enough. I'll pass that on.
Oh, yes. I'd kind of forgotten it was Dark Tide's Eve, but this all makes sense now.
None of this makes sense, Del.
None of it makes any sense to me, but what do I know?
Things go
You all
bumping.
have heard of Dark Tide's Night, and you all have heard stories from members of your troop about a similar night to what you're dealing with. But it's still strange that you're here on Dark Tide's Night. And as you slowly start to ponder this idea, you see in the distance a twisted and gnarled treehouse. Images. That.
All right, let's take a good gander at this real quick.
Lovely, just like I remember it as a kid. Jesus, who built this thing?
Definitely not a wind weaver.
Well, as you continue to move north, weaving through the dips and turns, more and more of this small, peaked roof treehouse comes into vision. Almost, if you look at it from an angle, you can tell it almost looks like a witch's hat. While the smaller leans precariously to one side, both appear haphazardly constructed and seem to have been long abandoned.
I don't know about you guys, but maybe we should take a look around and see if there's any indications that Jonas came this way.
I agree. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
does sound like a great idea.
So let's check around the treehouse first.
Yeah, let's try to avoid going in if we can.
I don't want to find out what's in there after what we've just seen.
I bet it's not good. I'll give you dollars to donuts. It's not good.
Hey, all I know is if
There's-
things go bad, I'm here to smash.
There's definitely not a warm bed and a nice mug of ale waiting for us in there.
Ale sounds pretty good right now.
Oh, can you take the death head off me too? I'm not dying anymore.
Yet. Oh, gee.
Sorry, we'll be moving out of this one.
Okay,
this
so
one.
this treehouse is up this way.
Yeah, so the treehouse is the end of the clearing.
Just again, I want to take a minute to just acknowledge how beautiful all the art for this stuff is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, yes.
It is amazing.
One of my many things that I would love to do with this stream that we have is to repurpose all of this beautiful artwork in one way or another as we continue to move forward.
Oh, yeah.
We
So,
need a Gooey calendar.
I have a Gooey calendar. It's in this wonderful book right here. Uh-huh.
Can Dell be
No,
Mr. February?
To hang on the wall.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Dell needs to be Mr. Dezoon.
We might do I might see about finding for Winter's Dance, have our characters play in it, and have a couple of our Gooey friends join us for a drink at Winter's Dance.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think we've got 3 weeks worth of gaming left. We might be we might be heading towards Magdernaut by now. Nah, I'll come up with better options.
We could throw a couple extra in. I've got 2 weeks off at the end of December.
I don't want to get to Magdernaut just yet.
Except for the 3 days, I'm probably going to be drugged to the gills.
So my goal is, because this is our session 0, and for anybody that's listening, this isn't fully our campaign heading, but our plan is to get to Tothenshire, either arriving in Tothenshire by the end of next week or arriving there at the beginning of our stream next week. So the idea was taking a boat out of Tothenshire or taking other modes of transportation, however your party decides to go, head north to Magdernog. But we might explore Tothenshire a little bit before we do so, and that way we can have a wonderful Winter's Dance in Tothenshire.
If there's a
Maybe
certain merchant sky ship around, we might be able to hitch a ride.
Maybe slightly fewer skeletons, or at least skeletons inside bodies.
Yeah, endoskeletons,
Preferable.
not exoskeletons.
Goodness. All right. So
we're looking around.
we're looking around.
Outside.
Yes. So as you get closer, you can see that the tree is long dead, and the strange structure has been partially constructed inside the hollow trunk as well. Numerous boards have been nailed along the length of a trunk and many of its branches, perhaps as a crude sort of ladder to reach the huts above. There are also strings dangling from the upper limbs, with tufts of hair, bundles of twigs, clumps of grass tied in knots as strange decorations or perhaps offerings. The badly dilapidated structure looks to be a treehouse and would seem to be empty and forgotten. However, after another few steps, you can see the orange glow of candlelight suddenly filling the shack and pours out onto the ground through the slats of a badly fitted door set in the trunk. As you come around to its entrance, you see that jagged words are carved into the door and they glow unsettling in a pitched black night. However, they are written in common, and you can see only what is written. Says only flesh. Something else glints besides the door in an amber light, and as your eyes adjust, you can see the light gleam from a pair of buttoned eyes on a stuffed teddy bear that sits to the left of the entrance.
Oh, is there a picture for this one?
Oh, why?
Oh,
It's
my,
Tyrone's bear,
okay.
isn't it?
Oh, all right. Yeah, not creepy at all.
Yep, one
Good.
second. Working on getting
Well,
this
at least it
artwork
ain't
up.
Chucky.
Wow, this is a
So just so we're clear, we're all reasonably certain that Jonas is dead in there, right?
We're all reasonably certain we don't want to go in there.
Yes, but
Yeah.
needs must, and the Hanatas do what others won't. So I
Yeah.
think that
We're just gonna
it.
do this. There you go.
Let's check and see if there's any evidence that he even is in there first, perhaps.
It says only flesh. I'm no genius, but does that mean that we need to leave our gear out here?
No, hell no.
Are you implying that perhaps
no.
we go in naked?
Like I said, I'm not a
Double
genius
hell no.
by any means, but
I mean, let's table that for now, maybe, and like if we can't get in or something, then maybe we do that as a fallback plan because it is good reasoning, right? I mean, maybe that's the key, but I would prefer to have a blade.
You and me both. Well, not a blade, but weapon of some sort. Weapon of choice. The clothes, that doesn't matter.
Well, we're trying to find out if he's in there, so maybe Jonas. Are you there?
I'll start screaming his name as well.
Beautiful plan. I love it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Hey, if we can avoid going in, why not?
Hello, Jonas?
The alternative was I was going to sneak to the door and see if there was maybe something going in, but I think the element of surprise has been somewhat mitigated.
Did we hear anything after she yelled?
No, you're nothing.
Well,
Probably not in there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely not. No. That's probably
I'm
lost
not
cause
going
altogether, honestly.
I guess I'll move closer to the door and see if there's maybe any evidence of blood smears or drag marks or anything like that that could indicate that a struggle happened here or maybe someone was pulled inside.
Watch the bear.
Oh, intently.
If you want me to, I can smash it.
Mimic.
Well, I
Just
mean,
in case Mr. Stuffles comes to life. I mean, we've seen it all so far.
Again, it's a great plan.
You go near the door?
I do.
Okay.
Was that a notice the smash?
Are you smashing?
I think maybe something is going to happen before we get a chance to smash. But you be in smash mode, all right?
I saw
Y'all
him
need to
just
get up in front of me.
plow through a skeleton. Perhaps he can just like destroy that door and anything else behind it. I don't know.
I'm just worried about that bear. That thing looks terrifying.
I understand, but it's more likely that it's just an ordinary bear. So,
Yeah, sure.
let's not assume it's an evil demon, but let's keep it in the back of our minds that maybe.
Have you moved towards the door yet?
Yes.
All right, I'll hold off for now. The second you need something destroyed, let me know.
You're the first on my list.
All right, so you walk past the bear. Have you messed with the bear, or are you just leaving the bear where he is?
No, I am ignoring it, but keeping an eye.
I am staring this bear down from like 15, 20 feet away.
Staring this bear down from 15 or 20 feet away.
You know, I guess
You
I would
see-
probably
you
look at
see
the
a
bear.
small light kind of coming from the bottom of the in between the broken boards of the door. But other than that, you don't see any sort of change or issue.
Yeah, I'll pick up the bear and just kind of give it a look and see. Like,
He's taking the
I'm
bait.
pretty convinced this thing is a teddy bear, right? I would have no reason just
Boy is
assume this is
soft
some sort of
and
demon thing.
cute. It does not seem to overly be dirty or frayed. Despite sitting in the open, you know for how long you're unsure.
That's peculiar.
Other than some strange seams, perhaps the result of repairs, the only remarkable aspect of it is its eyes, which are polished in such a degree that they somewhat catch enough light to softly glow, even when no direct source or illumination is there.
Put
Upon
that thing
picking up the
down.
bear, it seems oddly heavy, which is quickly explained by the hole in its back, revealing it to have to be some kind of puppet, something that has been stored in the opening.
Smash it.
Put that thing down.
I'm gonna look. Like, is there anything in the back of this bear?
Don't put your
Like,
hand
is
in
there?
there.
Do I see anything that looks like a mouse trap or something?
Give me a perception check.
Oh gosh. I'm telling you, I don't think this thing should have lived. I'm getting some bad vibes.
So other than as you kind of peel away the stuff or the folds behind this opening, you notice some unmarked pieces of vellum rolled up like a scroll and tied with a string, kind of holded tightly within the bear itself. You also can see what looks like a small velvet pouch that also sits within it.
All right. Out of character. Everyone here in the audience, and us included, wants to know what happens if I stick my hand in this bear. And
I mean, I got
so
a safe alternative.
yeah, I
Turn it
understand.
inside out. Cut it open.
But nothing
I have
ventured,
mage
nothing
hand.
gained. Oh, that's a great idea.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we know each other. I know you can do that kind of thing. I'm like, hey, you want to can you use your powers to maybe grab the? You know what? I just turn the bear over and try to shake the stuff out.
Okay. Turn the bear over. You shake the pouch hits the ground as well as the vellum kind of stuck within the stuffing, but seems to somewhat budge out, but doesn't fully release.
I'll use mage hand to try and pull it out the rest of the way.
Pull it out.
I'll pick up the velvet bag and check it.
Oh, so you're gonna open it?
The bag, yeah, it's just a
Alright.
bag, right?
Well,
Sure,
the bag
yeah,
might be.
why
I don't know
not?
what
Yeah,
inside.
it's just a velvet bag.
Famous last words.
You see a handful of small but brilliant, polished precious stones, such as rubies, sapphires, emeralds, and amethysts, totaling in about 12 platinum or plat.
Wow.
Someone would
Yeah.
notice that's missing.
Hey, it's
Do it.
this is just Kismia like taking care of us, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta know, guys. I gotta know. I'll stick my hand in the bear puppet.
Stick hand in the bear puppet. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I use my stage training, and I'm just really going at it. And I'm like, "Hello there, Mr. Bear. How are you today?" "Oh, I'm doing fine, Dale. How are things around the troop?"
Zephyr's gonna go give slap. Quet it out.
All right. Well, I mean, we need We need
So
to take the bear with us, right?
The scraps of vellum, do they open up and reveal any writing or anything?
You notice it seems to be. Give me 1 second. The writing on it seems to be smeared and almost unattainable to read, but it could have been placed there for some either.
So it's too smeared to even tell what language it might be in?
Yes.
I point the bear at it and see if he can read it.
Well, at least it's not an owl bear.
No response.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting, but you never know. Man, I really just get this feeling we should take this bear with us.
All right.
What if there's something watching through the bear, though?
Yeah, but surely somebody back at the troop can tell us if this thing is dangerous and we leave it here.
Are there any pupils in the eyes on this bear? Or are they just black beady eyes?
I think they're just buttons that look that they're reflecting a light that isn't actually there. Isn't that what we heard?
No, I can't let you see all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the picture, and they look pretty demonic to me.
This way I can give you a nice closer view.
Oh man.
Is its name Chucky?
Oh, there is a picture.
It's just disappointing to look at. I gotta be honest. I just get sadder the more I see of it.
Okay, well, Dell's found a soft spot in his heart for the bear. Do we
No, not that kind of sadness, like existential dread sadness.
Yeah, this thing doesn't look great.
But if it's dangerous, we can't just leave it here because it could hurt other people. Surely we should take it back and have somebody look at it.
Okay, if you wanna bring it with us, I'm gonna rip the eyes out.
Man, if it is a demon, why would you do that?
No, I'm saying.
Can't we just put it in a bag?
I'm saying it might not be a demon, right? It might not be an actual living thing, but in the event that there is possibly something watching through the eyes of this,
just put it in a bag. We all have sacks, our packs. Just wrap it up.
You guys know more about magic than me, so I'm going to defer. If you think we should take the eyes out, we'll take the eyes out. If we think we should just put it in a sack, let's just put it in a sack.
I think
cover
we
the
should
eyes.
just
It'll
put
be
it in the
fine.
sack.
What do you think?
We don't know what it is. Let's
You
not
know stuff about
mess
magic,
with it
don't you?
and release something.
Tearing it apart doesn't sound like a good idea either.
Yeah, because who knows what it's in it?
I'm just throwing my 2 copper in here.
No, and I respect you, and I respect your opinion. Let's put it to a vote. Do we want to put it in a sack, or just destroy it?
We don't have to destroy it completely. Just any watchful eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll just wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap its eyes.
It can still, once we pull it out to inspect it, it'll still be able to see, though.
Well, we just won't uncover it. We'll just cover its head, right? Put it in a bag. It can't see out of the bag.
Okay, let's
maybe.
Just
Who
wrap
knows?
its head in cloth.
Right.
Yeah. Very respectfully.
Right. You wrap its head in cloth.
Disrespectfully.
you make sure that the eyesight cannot be somehow seen out of a stuffed teddy bear, and
I don't know how magic works. I feel like it's possible.
And you place
dude, it's dark tide.
And who's carrying this?
I'll carry it.
Okay, and Dell's back.
All
right. And you also have the pouch, correct?
Yes, the money.
Yeah,
The money.
he's got the bear and all its stuff.
Have the vellum, or did somebody else take the vellum?
No, I don't need the vellum.
I'll pick up the vellum, tuck them in my sleeve pockets.
Okay. And then you open the door.
Yes.
With a dagger.
I'm not
With a
sure how
short
this
sword, I
stuff
push
is-
it open.
Short sword. Whatever. That works.
With force, you
How do I get
throw the door open.
Okay, this one. She's back.
Hang on,
you
I don't
do-
remember saying I kicked the door open.
You just said.
You want me to bash it down?
You know what? Yes, I would prefer you open the door with your big muscles.
Okay. I am just gonna battering ram with my maul. Basically.
Is he gonna fall when he gets in there?
You hit this thing, it just immediately just cracks and just flings open and smashes against the wall. Falls off the hinges a little bit and like lays the door half there.
Knock knock.
Inside the hollowed out trunk of the tree is surprisingly spacious, but sparsely filled, with more random boards nailed to the walls. A small ladder leads to the upper floor on the right side. The only furnishing of note is a low table with with several bottles sitting atop it. But most prominent are the words "only blood" scrawled in that very substance. However, before you can proceed further or investigate the small wooden chamber, three disembodied figures, heads mind you, emerge from the walls. These floating heads glow a ghostly green while spitting invectives at you in strange, unfamiliar languages, cursing you in a way that you have not been felt before. Many of their curses are laced with magical power and accompanied by balls of fire, globs of acid, and waves of ice.
I told you we should have
So
come in naked.
they will all get their sneak attack as they find you in the room.
Do we have a map up for this one or no?
I do. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I'm just making sure so I can adjust the stream. That's all.
Oh, you're good. I'm trying to find the map that's going to work best for this. So,
Okay.
because there's one that gives everything, and then there's one that's just trunk. That's
Gotcha.
what we'll do. We'll use the trunk, and it's small, means people can see it.
Cool.
And while we do that, let me grab your players, and we'll get
Wait,
you guys.
why does it disappear like that? That was weird. All right. Let me adjust this window. I do not like the looks of this. That's for sure.
All right.
I wouldn't be that close.
You guys all have walked into. I don't know who walked in, who stayed out. That's the question.
I charged right in.
He just crashed through the door, and we're just kind of peeking in, going, Decimus?
I don't think there was much
No,
time to
it's
react
good.
at all,
It's good.
right?
Yeah, I followed him, man.
We'll have to swap myself and Eris, at least. I would be the furthest one in.
So you see these strange heads kind of that like appear within, coming out of the walls eerily. Let's see if we have a fun image of this.
Oh no.
Man, I'm just not sure if there's a way to come out of a wall except eerily.
Like,
Good point.
And they,
I guess I never thought about that. I was like, oh,
well, yeah, because unless you're like a creature, like a termite or something.
It is. This is wonderfully like dark though. I love it.
oh, I know, right? Freaking nasty. I think we're missing. I need to let the people know.
What are we missing?
We're not missing it, but rather
Oh.
they need to make an image of this one.
Ah, okay.
Well, because
I
the
recommend
little,
it.
Broadcast the token picture.
the token looks like what I was looking at. The woman.
Oh yes, I can definitely scare you with that. What?
Yep, that's definitely what I saw.
Let me see if I can move this over real quick. Yep, that's definitely a spooky looking thing. 100%.
What I would like to have happen is we have the room itself. If I could get an image of that one with the trunk and saying only blood would be perfection. I'll let Casey know.
Mm-hmm. And where did that only blood? Where were those words located in the room?
So there's a trunk within the middle of the room.
Okay.
The table with the vials on it.
Yep, the table with the vials on it. It
And the
states
vials are
it in
empty?
the same. No, they're full, or well, they seem somewhat full.
Okay.
There's seven small bottles on the table, but as you guys were getting ready to look at those, these strange figures of arcane horror decided to come say hello.
Yes, they did.
So I do like the fact that these are they're so darn small. It's almost hard for me to click them. So kind of funny. Going to lie. Let me bring up my nasty horrors. So let's get our new um let me clear out our turn order. Clear that.
Oh yes, we're re-rolling initiative, aren't we?
Everybody please click your initiative.
Okay.
And because I want to try this out, we're going to roll initiative for all three. Make it a little more exciting.
Ooh, yeah.
Forgot.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, can't complain.
Wow.
Man, then there went the luck when we said that.
I didn't say it.
As you all die.
I know better.
She's already died once. She doesn't want to do it again. All right. Well, that's wicked. Anyway, let me scroll in here and have some fun. All right, Dell. So as you watch as actually, you know what? I'm gonna move Karis and I'm gonna move Decimus to that point because Decimus just charged straight in.
Yep.
So
Yep,
give me the
that's
final
what I
one.
was saying. Is I'd probably be the deepest one in.
Yep.
So this is kind of janky, but can I move there?
Say for the aspects of how the room is, yes, we'll have you
Okay.
there. As long as you can be somewhat in the room, you can be in a corner. Now, I'm not telling you can sit there. It's not going to happen. But
Yeah.
There's no chair.
In that case, I'm going to Dell again. He's like, well, back to the grind, and slips on the mask. The jester hat comes out. He goes, look at these silly things. And he will try to do an opportune strike with Trickster's Toxin.
okay, I don't know what that is. You'll have to explain it.
Yes. Give me a second. Let me make my roll. I have to figure out how things work again.
Hey,
Forgotten in
like
the
I
last
said,
few minutes.
we're playing with the Gooey Cubes classes, so we got to kind of do a little bit of experimentation ourselves.
Yes.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Dang.
That will hit.
7 damage. And as the blades strike, there's almost this multicolored sheen of magic that pulses from Dell's hands and runs into his blade, and that means that they have to make a check. Where is my abilities?
Oh, we lost her.
We lost somebody. Okay.
Yeah, she's coming back. And hopefully
Thanks
all
for
the
doing that.
video things will fix themselves once she turns her stuff back on.
So I'm going to need a con
Dropping
saving
on,
throw.
I don't know why.
I'm going to need a con saving throw from these guys.
That's
And
the
the
one that you
DC.
attacked, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, just from this one. I'm sorry. That was unclear. And the
Good.
DC is
I'm sure I failed.
14 is my
I got-
DC. Okay.
I got a 5.
So
Oh yeah.
as the poison sinks in, multicolored sparks and almost confetti, and then just this image of this jester's face just cackling madly appears in this thing's mind, and it is considered poisoned for 1 minute.
Nice.
So is the conditions considered poisoned?
Yes, let me double check that, but I believe that is exactly what it says. The afflicted creature suffers from the poison condition for 1 minute.
Okay. So as you strike it, you see the confetti go flip around or poop around it. The creature does not seem to be phased. And it continues to cackle and laugh, much like how you are.
Oh,
You're getting mocked.
Esper, you're up.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to move forward into the doorway. Carefully.
Hesitantly.
trepidation is, I believe is the word.
Just a little. Start the pirouette of blades again.
Okay.
Because that means they can't take opportunity attacks against me. But I'm going to cast magic missile, one for each of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Please roll me your 3
for the best.
Hey, what am I saying? What is the saving throw for?
I don't know. I did it automatically.
Yeah, they're not supposed to get a saving
an
throw. It's
auto
just an
hit.
auto hit.
Yeah, magic missile is an auto hit. That's why I'm massively damaged or strong. So, all right. So let's
Maybe
see.
I just clicked on the wrong one. Because if
You're
I click on the other one, it does that.
You're good. -3 and -3.
James, did my attack seem to damage them at all, or did just toxin just not seem to work?
The attack itself seemed to have done damage, but the
There's no poison damage, just regular hit damage.
yeah, regular hit damage.
Hesifer, you have one more magic missile coming to you, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, there's one each.
Yeah,
There's the third one.
took all 3. Oh, I just did 3 on all this, but I'll take the 2 on this one.
Left to right.
Yep, and I'll take a -1 on this one. We're close. I don't know if we're exact. I think we got this. Yeah, I think I did it right. If not, it's close. I did the amount of damage I need, but I don't know if I got the right ones for what you want. We'll figure it out. It'll buff out.
It sure will.
All right, see which one is going to attack. Okay, this one is going to attack. Who is it going to attack?
I already feel like two.
Or give me a higher low.
At me.
Essifer, give me a higher or low.
Pardon?
What
I didn't hear you.
Oh, never mind. Give me higher or low.
Again. It's
Say the word high or the word low.
50-50. High.
So it's going to go after Kaz Harris. Oops. You, I need to be able to draw. So I need to be able to move you. There we go. All right, cool. For you, so as it starts to cackle and look at you, it's going to cast Arcane Bite.
Ooh,
It kind of
don't
flows
say
through you, almost as if a ethereal rips through your body. So the 12 hit?
12. No.
I believe so. Okay. So that one misses. And turn it to. I have too many windows and not enough room.
I believe that puts us to my turn, it looks.
It does.
Okay.
All right.
I will turn to this one here as it's the closest one to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm swinging.
All right.
Doc Dell.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does it.
Perfect. Let me roll my 2d6. That'll be 6 plus, so 9 total.
All right. And you hit this one right here?
Yes, correct.
All right. And with that, you smash into what seems to be a emporial spirit, and as it does, the maul whiffs through. You feel connection of something, and as it does, it completely just vanishes.
One down.
I'm just gonna yell,
Nice.
"Is that the best you've got?" And turn into the other one to behind me.
As you say, "Is that the best you got?" You start to feel this quiver as the tree shakes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sometimes we smashy types don't make the greatest decisions.
What you talking about?
Paris, you're up.
Okay. Are both of these within 5 feet of me? Or just the one right there?
Just the one right there at the moment. The other one is just floating out of the wall at the moment.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna do the same thing, and hopefully I hit this time. Holding
Okay.
my book, speaking my words.
Help me.
Yeah. I need to make a 15 on the con.
Making you sing the song off of Monty Python. Yeah, you know,
Domine. Boom.
Domine
That's kind of what it feels like.
requiem.
Okay. Roll for what do I need to roll?
A con
It's
save.
gotta beat a 15.
Con, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
9.
Yes. Okay, I can finally
Hooray!
get damage for this.
Good.
All right, it takes that much damage. Radiant.
Oh no.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Look, this is a dark place. The holy powers are having a little bit of trouble.
It's a very dark night, so that's understandable.
Right. All right.
The holy
It
type
is.
don't have too much power over.
That one's done. All right. So the one next to Decimus is going to float through him and try to attack.
Ooh wee mama.
7 does not hit.
Nope.
Thank God you didn't get the crit.
Oh, I don't want to know what these things can do for damage.
Too bad.
I think they do
Del, you're up.
soul eating damage. Dell's up?
I don't
Yep.
do great with the soul eating kind of damage.
No, I don't think any of us do. I think I have vulnerability to that.
Let me play quick retro on this one. I need you, Decimus, to roll me a 6-sided die.
Okay, I can roll a d6.
That sounds grim.
Let's see what we've got here. A 4?
Oh, it's even. So everything in the room, including the bad guys and including you all, take
I don't like the sound of that.
400 damage.
Holy
gain
Oh
7
my
health.
god.
Wow.
You all gain 7 health.
We
Wait.
gained 7 health.
Yes.
And we don't get anything as temporary hit points, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, it
Um,
wasn't
as
bad.
you feel this, as you struck the creature dead, a pulse of energy like dispersed from it, and as you felt it flow through your body, each of you feel more rejuvenated and
Huh.
relaxed.
But it doesn't come back. It's still dead.
It's still dead, yes.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
All right.
That's
James,
a weird feeling.
where can I stand in being melee with those guys?
Great
So they're
question.
tiny creatures, so it's really hard. You can technically even stand on top of them.
Yeah, you can occupy the same space.
You can occupy the same space.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
We'll go with there.
All right, cool.
I'm just gonna get right up next to it. Just
Ah,
what's up, ghost?
I don't have a lot of options. So once again, cackling the entire time, I will take another opportune strike at it.
Okay.
Oh no!
You're like unlimited of those?
Yes, I can make one of those each round. It's basically sneak attack. It's a
Okay.
rogue sneak attack, but I roll
Okay.
1 dice,
Okay.
and it's slightly less damage.
I was gonna, it's quite a bit less damage, but
Yeah, it's a whole d6 less.
yeah. But yeah,
But yeah, I miss horrendously.
as
Yeah,
you
I saw
charge
that.
through, because of the type of creature it is, you swing in, and as you do, you stab into the tree instead. I need everybody to roll me a dexterity save, please.
Oh.
Including me?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
So as the tree shakes and shims as you slam the blade into it, it quakes, and as it does, Essifer and Decimus both fall to the ground prone.
Uh-oh.
That was a strong hit to the
Sorry.
tree. Tried to pull a me, go right through it. There was some force behind that one.
As Dell hits the tree, he kind of laughs when everything shakes. He's like, "Oh!" They all fall down.
All right, Essifer, on the ground, but you're up.
Can you guys hear her?
No,
No,
she
she's
may have
muted.
muted herself.
She's muted herself.
Sorry.
I can see it.
Child
There we
was
go.
being loud back here.
You're good.
Does an 11 hit?
It does not.
Ooh.
Okay, well,
So
I just peppered the wall then.
hits against the wall and falls to the ground.
Another deck save.
No.
I wasn't slamming into the wall.
Yeah. Stab his blade into the wall, the wall of this tree.
Decimus, be careful.
I'm
right.
very careful.
This one is going to attack Dell.
I swing with deadly precision.
21 does hit. So 1 point of force damage as it flings through your body. And I need you to. Oh wait, that's nasty because I don't have to have you roll anything. I roll it. Of course I do.
Oh.
Yikes.
Okay.
And I need to take an additional 6 points of psychic damage.
I'm hurting real bad.
As your brain just pulses. How are you hurting real bad? You just gained 7 health.
I can't overheal. I
Oh,
only
that's
have 9 hit points to start with.
Yeah, we're level 1. That's the thing.
You got your max health, right? We everybody got their Gooey health, right? So max health +5.
Oh, +5.
Oh no,
What?
+5. I didn't get that.
Dang, I'm
So
beefy.
That's right.
yeah, I've
so
got
that's-
14 hit points then. So
That's
I'm
correct,
good.
right?
Oh, that makes me 15.
That
Is
puts
that what
me
Man,
that
at this
is?
point, I love it.
Is that how- Matt, is that how that works?
I think so. I believe that's how it works.
Or is it D4? It might be a D4.
If it's a D4, we
If-
can roll
if-
that real quick.
If Jens
Yeah,
is
let's
in
roll
there,
that
he
real
can.
quick. Let's roll a D4 real quick. Make sure.
Bloop.
Because that's what it is.
Oh.
I just- Well,
Not
Oh,
everyone
no.
can be a winner.
not everybody can. You still have 10 health.
Nice.
You did lose.
So I'm at 3 instead of 2.
You should be at 4. You took 1 damage, and you took 5 additional. Oh no, never mind. You're wrong. I'm wrong. You're right. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'll be at 4 if you want me to.
Clutch. That +4, baby. All right. Well, at least you know your cleric's going to be beefy enough to not die.
Yeah, he can save us all.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm also
He might not hit anything. It might take him a while to hit something, but he.
I have been trying to pull as much aggro as possible.
Right. All right. Well, Decimus, you're up again.
I am
So,
up again,
Yep.
and I am ready to start swinging.
Oh, lovely. He's going to bring the house down on us.
All right, I'm gonna come occupy this space over here so I can get a good swack at him.
all right.
Are we technically flanking that one that's sharing my space?
So these don't. These don't. These
I'm
are
swinging with the hammer, and I'm trying to be as careful as possible.
Okay.
This is an 18 hit.
18 does hit.
All right, let me roll my 2d6. That's gonna be 8 damage total.
You see it. It didn't break. It's you see it kind of float away and come back at you. Karen, you're up.
Okay. So Del, how are you looking?
I have 3 hit points. But Dell has an understanding with the cleric that Dell is not going to hold him against it if he goes unconscious and then gets healed to save the cleric some healing slots.
And the
Yeah.
cleric would know. Zephyr has some healing too. Plus the potion.
Gotcha. Okay.
That is true.
Well,
We still have a potion.
but well,
If you
I'm
wanna
gonna
heal me,
do
you're-
what I'm terrible at.
If you want to heal me, I would welcome it. But if you want to attack, I completely understand. I'm not going to hold it against you.
Sure. Yeah. Considering how my attacks have gone, I'm gonna attack.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? The odds have got to come back around, right?
Oh, they always do.
Yeah, something like that.
Go for it, man. What are you doing? Are you attacking? Am I doing my saving throws? What am I doing?
Yes. Can this one make a con save?
17.
All right.
Oh.
Bad choice.
Bad one. Don't do that one.
You got to roll
Alright.
all the bad numbers so you can get to the good
That
ones.
one's out.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is
Saving it
going
for
to
the healing.
All right, so this one's going to attack Decimus.
Yes, please.
As you see it kind of float, it floats directly into the mall and dies.
I just chuckle.
Wow.
A big
Hey,
hearty
whatever
chuckle.
works.
You should have laid down the first time.
Roll me a d6, please.
Yes, please.
Do the heals again.
It does.
Another even.
So that's another
This
3d6.
is where it comes back around again. Bad choice.
So everybody gets. So
Great
everybody
outcome,
gets.
you know?
Everybody gets 13 health. So whatever you
Wow.
So we're all back to full health.
Humans.
Yeah.
As
I'm
another
glad I
wave.
held off.
As another wave of this energy just moves out.
Guys, I got a real bad feeling about what happens if he rolls an odd.
That's why we're just basking in the warmth.
I think there's a reason why they give that good and the bad.
I don't want to know what the bad is, but we're not gonna get there.
All right. So I've got. Oh wait, yeah. So Dell, you're up.
Yeah, Dell's going to do that voodoo that he does, and he's going to attack again.
Hit him with that opportune strike. Nice.
Ooh.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, that's a critical.
There's that full
Yep.
circle.
There's that full circle. All right. What is this? So you do what normally? You do
Whoa.
2d6.
So it rolls. It auto rolls a critical damage, but I don't
Yeah.
know what your rule is.
So
the
so
2d6
you do.
was a 2 and a 4. If that means anything to you.
Okay. So that means 6 plus your. So the way it works is the first number, and then you maximize your dice.
So
you
it's the
technically- You did 18 points of damage.
awesome,
It's
and
dead,
then the
right?
thing explodes and kills us all.
I will say, if you would like to, you can describe your kill because that is a epic critical, and you should be able
Yes.
to bask in its glorious.
Yeah, after missing the first time, Dell has gotten very frustrated, and his chuckle almost turns into a growl, and he just starts. And he'll swing one last time and kind of cross his blades as he goes through, and just split the soul fragmenty spirit of this thing into bits.
Beautiful.
As
Strike. And it seems the things start to just liberate. For the final, let's find out what happens.
Oh no, please.
oh no,
All right, I need everybody to roll me
Give it to
a
me.
dexterity save,
Give it to me.
please.
Okay, I can do one of those.
Anybody?
Can't say I'm gonna
let me
pass,
know.
but I can do one.
So Decimus failed. The rest of you passed.
Nah, it's not gonna kill me.
As
Easy.
as it happens, you see him go, and as it does, you feel the energy just pulse, and amount of force just flies through the entirety of the trunk. And as it does, it pushes you, Decimus. The rest of you kind of brace yourselves, but Decimus takes 6 points
Is
of force damage.
is that a ladder there by the wall behind me?
It is by the wall.
Would one say that the force of this thing just pushed me into the ladder?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like that's
so,
something that would happen.
Before we continue, I've got two options. One, we can do what I plan on doing, which is stopping in the scene and returning to our world. Or we can finish this module up next week. Your decision on this.
I mean,
Does
I'm
that count as a
invested.
long rest?
Or you didn't get a long rest, no.
gooey rest.
So the idea is do we want to start actual campaign next week, or do we want to take another week and enjoy this module and see it to its finish? That's your choice.
I mean,
I'm fine with either.
I kind of want to find this Jonas guy. It's a lot of trouble.
We could roll for it.
We could. I'm kind of down with trying to find Jonas as well.
Okay, so we got 2 for Jonas.
Okay.
We got 1 for
And find out what's with that damn bear.
Yeah,
Right.
Bear's
Well, that's
super
Probably a
sus.
guardian
We
spirit.
continue our mission through the Dark Tides Night module. Thank everybody who decided to come in and talk to us and hang out with us for the evening. I'm going to stick around for about 10, 15 minutes if anybody is blowing up our chat, which I guarantee this is the first chat, so probably not. But if it is, I will hop in and check. Thank you all for who have come. Thank my players because they are wonderful people. Thank Gooey Cube for the amazing artwork, stories,
Oh,
and everything that they have presented to us and helped us grow. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get yelled at for it. But may all your nights be sticky.
Ha ha!
Ha!
Legend.
You forgot the
Wow.
ha ha.
Oh no, I will get to haha later. But